Baik, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah, amma ba'd. Welcome to the first International Conference on Islamic Studies, SIFA ICIS 2025. Thank you for your join with us. Actually, this session is a plenary session or invited session, but we have a guest lecturer. We have a lecturer, invited lecturer from Sri Lanka, Dr. MIM Jazeel from Southeastern University Sri Lanka. May you have time to the first speaker in this session, please. And also we invite Ms. Nur Faiza to be moderator in this session. Assalamualaikum, Dr. Mim Jazil. Kaifa haluk? How about Sri Lanka?
Waalaikumsalam. How are you, doctor?
Alhamdulillah, we meet in Zoom, yeah. And I hope we can meet again in Indonesia, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay, doctor, you have about 10 minutes to give the presentation or maybe the contemporary issue specifically in Sri Lanka. Might this benefit for our in Indonesia and Malaysia? There are some speaker also from Malaysia and Singapore and Australia and Brunei Darussalam. Please, the time yours, Dr. Mim Jazil.
Okay, jazakallah khairan. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. Actually, I would like to express my thanks to organizer, especially Dr. Ms. No, for providing me the opportunity to share my experience and my thought with regard to the Islamic studies in your conference on International Conference on Islamic Studies. Pardon me? Is it
Okay,
clear
please,
enough?
next. Yes.
Yeah. Actually, I want to say something, share my thought on Islamic studies, especially on the Islamic epistemology. It means Islamic theory of knowledge,
Wagi udah
and
datang tuh.
it is concept of the
Bagus.
education. Pardon me? Is it clear enough? Hello?
Yes, please continue, Doctor.
Yes, clear for the
Sorry.
first.
Yeah, actually, this time is a very tough time for us in Sri Lanka. We face so many difficulties due to the disaster, natural disaster, island-wide affected by the cyclone and the flood. All universities are closed and all schools are closed. So, but anyhow, I want to share something about the Islamic studies in Sri Lanka. How far our studies promoting or nurturing the knowledge and personality to lead the nation or the world. As you know that according to the Islam, it is Sharia. Sharia means Sharia is covering the whole human conduct of all human affairs according to the will and wish of the Almighty Allah. So nowadays, our people are engaging in all the activities. My thought and observation is based on the Islam in Sri Lankan experience. So I want to share our experience. But we are much worried about how far our Islamic studies are, the nurturing the personalities, or ready to provide the knowledge we need in this world, in this time. Actually, according to the of knowledge, we need to have a proper knowledge and what is the need of the knowledge acquired, how far this knowledge is acquired, then what is the relationship between the recent revolution and our experiences. In Sri Lanka, there are so many educational institutions providing the Islamic education in many levels, from the university to the school level. In our government schools, there are some subject, the name of Islam or the Islamic culture or civilization. They have their own curriculum. Apart from that, in the university level, the universities, we have our own faculty for the Islamic studies and Arabic language, but that there are some departments for the Arabic and Islamic civilization in the universities. Apart from these, we have our own Arabic colleges providing religious education to become Maulavis or the ulama. Ulama is a term refer to the ulamas. But serious concern we need to have what type of the knowledge these institutions are providing. What is the purpose of this knowledge? I think my thought and my presentation may be relevant to you. Otherwise, I think it gives some thought to make your education, especially Islamic education, relevant to the national need and global demand. Actually, our situation is, in my perspective, is not up to the mark. Especially if the Sharia is, we need to conduct our affairs, human conducts, all the human conducts according to the will of the Almighty Allah. We need to prepare the personality accordingly. Because the Muslim Ummah is a middle nation. There is a Quranic verses, Ummatun wasat litakuna linnasi suhada. It means we are middle nation, we need to provide leadership to other nations. Our knowledge, our educations are aim or achieving the goal to provide that kind of the leadership today. It is a big question. So, especially our education, our curriculums are mainly focusing on providing the knowledge only for practicing Islam. Is it enough to have that kind of the goal only? If we want to lead the nation, especially our Islam, do you know that Islam is a blessing to the whole world? Why it is a blessing? Islam, it is the primary sources of Quran, As-Sunnah. It is In so many ways, it is guiding the human, not only in a particular way. So many concepts, so many theories, and norms, values we have. We need to bring them to the whole world, especially at least to the fellow human being. Our knowledge is sufficient to bring these kind of to achieve this goal. This is a big question for us. Why our curriculum? We design our developed our curriculum in all these educational institution of the for the Islamic education, only for practicing, following the traditional way, where we need to come out this kind of the shortcoming, and we need to design and develop our curriculum to suit this world, especially if you take Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is a minority nation. We are living as a minority. Our percentage is around 10%. So in the minority context, what type of the Islamic knowledge we can provide to the students who are following the courses at so many levels? So it is a big question. So my views, we need to have a proper Islamic epistemology. What kind of the knowledge we need? We need to certain it. Then still we are debating on the rational way of knowing thing is relevant to the Islam. Even though Quran, there are so many Quranic verses encouraging to engage in the rational way of understanding things. But there are people here in Sri Lanka, we need to know only the what was written in the text. They are not ready to look into the context. So contextualizing the text is a very important aspect in order to we need to understand thoroughly, properly, what is the purpose, what is the wisdom of the Islam, what is the wisdom of the practices or concept, norms, and values of the Islam you see. Then only we can provide the leadership in the human affairs. Otherwise, we need to take some aspect from there and some aspect from here. It is not a proper way of doing, in my perspective. Ummatan Wasat, the middle nation, to guide them, to be a role model for the other nation, we need to have a proper personality. These kind of the personality we can create through the proper education. So I think we can have if we have a proper knowledge. So other aspect is the concept of the education. Was still we are following the traditional way of the teaching, especially in providing Islamic education. So there is a close connection between the knowledge of the Islam and the concept of the education. Especially if you look into the madrasa education in Sri Lanka, they are totally depend on the traditional way of the learning and teaching. But after this course they followed in this madrasa, we are calling Islamic scholars or Maulavis. It is our own term to indicate Islamic scholar in Sri Lanka. They are taking the full responsibility to provide the guidance. But they might have a knowledge to guide the Ummah or the Muslim to spiritual advancement. But in order to, nowadays our Muslims are facing so many challenges in relation to the day-to-day affairs, especially in political affairs. So if we are not guide the nation in a proper way, our Muslims are in trouble. If they have no the proper guidance in their public life. So, but our Maulavis they are memorizing the text in their institution and recalling those ideas in their propagation or the bayan. So this is not supporting us to become a role model for others. That's why we already lost our way of doing. It is a loss of the world, according to the Abul Hasan Ali Nadawi. Mada khasar alamu bin khitatil muslimin. If we are declining, it is a great loss to the world because this world is ruled by the un-Islamic, anti-Islamic phenomena. So if we want to change this world and make it according to the will of the or wish of the Almighty Allah, iradatullahi wa mashiatuhu, we need to have a sound knowledge and proper way of the education. This is my concern, especially my observation is based on the Sri Lanka. Otherwise, we can't bring this blessing to all human being. So, even though we are offering the courses of a study program in Islamic studies at the university level, the university education also almost in the same way, in a traditional way. I don't think this kind of the program providing the opportunity for the student or the candidate to develop themselves as a role model for the fellow human being, or to contribute the nation in accordance Islamic way of doing. So this is a main concern. I would like to invite to the scholars who are gathering here to look into this kind of the situation, especially in the minority countries, and make remedy for them. What type of the arrangement we need to have. So this is all these, in my perspective, all these problems are created because of our backwardness, our poor approach, our not readiness in the Islamic education. Especially people are producing so many papers. They are publishing in the index journal or high impact journal. But how far these research findings are supporting to develop these countries in accordance to the Islamic epistemology. This is my thought Actually, I know that my presentation based on the ill-prepared lesson due to the disaster we had these days is
Okay,
okay.
Prof.
Thank you very much for your listening. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. May Allah bless you. And salam from Indonesia to Muslim in Sri Lanka. Barakallahu fiikum.
Is
Okay,
there any
brothers and
questions?
sisters, ladies and gentlemen, let's time to our moderator, to Miss Nur Faiza. Please, your time to handle the invited and open panel. Jazakallah khairan to Dr. MIM Jazeel from Sri Lanka.
Okay, welcome.